All right, let's dive in. Today we're talking about something that I think affects every single one of us. How do you get your focus back? Especially when it feels like the whole world is designed to snatch it away. So let me ask you something. Does this sound familiar? You sit down, right? You've got one important thing to do. Just one. But then an hour goes by, and what have you actually done? You've answered a dozen emails, you've scrolled through who knows how many social media feeds, you've handled 5 urgent requests from other people, and that one important thing? Yeah, it's still just sitting there. If that hits home, you are definitely not alone. This is what we're all up against, the modern attention crisis. And why is this happening? Because we are just bombarded all day, every day. It's the endless buzz of notifications on your phone. It's the emails that just keep piling up. It's that infinite scroll on social media that just sucks you in. And then there's the urgent but not really important stuff, and this crazy pressure we all feel to be multitasking just to keep our heads above water. Honestly, it's just plain exhausting.
So what's the result of all this chaos? Well, it leads to this state of completely fragmented attention. We're losing our superpower, really, the ability to do deep, meaningful work. It feels like our focus gets shattered into a million tiny pieces. And sure, we're busy. We feel busy all day long. But are we actually being productive? That's the real question, isn't it?
Okay, so what's the fix? What's the solution here? Well, I can tell you what it's not. It's not some new productivity app, and it's definitely not working longer hours. The secret, and this is going to sound a little weird, is actually completely counterintuitive. It's all about embracing a do-less mindset. Yeah, you heard that right. Let's unpack what that really means.
And this idea, it's so simple, but man, is it profound. See, it's not about cramming more stuff into your day to get ahead. No way. It's about being strategic. It's about doing less of the junk, less of the trivial stuff, so you can free up your space, your time, and maybe, most importantly, your energy for the things that will actually move the needle.
Okay, so that brings us to our very first lesson. This is where we get practical. We're going to talk about how to find your big rocks. Now, this is a classic analogy, but there's a reason for that. It's so powerful for understanding what real priority setting looks like. So, I want you to picture an empty jar. That jar is your time, your week, your day. Now, your big rocks, these are your most important goals. We're talking about the huge project at work, the quality time with your family, that health habit you know you need to build. You've got to put those in the jar first. After they're in, you can fill in the space around them with the gravel and the sand. You know, the emails, the small tasks, the errands. Because here's the thing, if you fill that jar with sand first, there's no way the big rocks are ever going to fit. So you have to schedule them first, period.
All right, so once you've figured out what your big rocks are, the game changes. The next mission is to guard the time you've dedicated to them like a hawk. You literally have to build a fortress around your focus, and that means being active, even ruthless about eliminating all the noise.
And just look at the difference here. On one side, you've got the reactive day. That's where you're just putting out fires all day, answering to everyone else's priorities. But on the other side, the focus day. That's when you are in the driver's seat, executing your agenda in protected blocks of time. I mean, which one do you think leads to real progress? It's not even a contest, right? And the good news is you can actually do this. These are simple, practical tactics you can start using today. Turn off all the non-essential notifications on your phone and computer. Just do it. Instead of living in your inbox, schedule time to check it, maybe twice a day. Tell people, hey, from 9 to 11, that's my focus time. And maybe the most important one of all, learn to set boundaries. A simple, polite, I can't get to this right now, but I'll look at it at 3 p.m., that phrase is a legitimate superpower.
But wait, we're not done. Identifying your priorities and cutting out the noise, that's huge, but it's only part of the equation. The final piece of the puzzle, the really crucial lesson here, is realizing that focus isn't just about managing your calendar. It's about managing the real fuel behind all progress, your energy and your consistency.
And this is a complete reframe. I want you to stop thinking about managing 24 hours in a day. Instead, start thinking about managing your energy, that finite, precious resource of mental and physical energy you have. You need to protect it just as fiercely as you protect your time. Because here's the simple truth. Where your energy flows, your focus goes. It's that direct. So how do you apply that energy in the smartest way? We tend to think that big goals need these massive, heroic efforts. You know, like pulling an all-nighter to cram for a test. But we all know how that ends. Burnout, sloppy work, and it's just not sustainable. The real secret? It's consistency. It's the small things you do every single day. Think less like a crammer and more like an athlete in training. Those small daily workouts are what build real strength and lead to massive results over time.
And this chart just shows it perfectly. Look at the bar for those big occasional efforts. It's all spiky, up and down, but the overall line is pretty flat. There's no real progress. But then look at the bar for small daily actions. It's a steady, consistent climb upwards. Why? Because those small actions compound. They build on each other, day after day, creating this incredible momentum that achieves so much more in the end.
So if there's one thing you take away from all of this, let it be this. Focus is not some magic trait that only a few lucky people are born with.
It's not something you just have. It's something you create. You build it, moment by moment, choice by choice. You create it by building a system that protects what's important and by deciding where to point your energy.
So, I'm going to leave you with one final question. And don't worry about trying to change your whole life overnight. Let's just think about tomorrow. What is the one single big rock that you will schedule for tomorrow? What's that one important thing